Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sagittarius Weekly Tarot Bite reading for the week of June 26th through July 2nd. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot reading for soul illumination. I am Lauren. Hi and welcome. Now we're going to be taking a quick look at the energy for the week ahead for your sign, Sagittarius, and we're going to be looking at it based specifically on the two cards that came up in the general collective reading, which was released on Sunday. So we had Deep Knowing and Two of Cups. Now the Deep Knowing card really came up intuitively for me as us this week coming to a place of deep knowing or understanding around where there has possibly been an imbalance in ourself, in our spiritual, emotional self, where maybe there might be, this could be an imbalance between masculine and feminine energy, or it could just be that there's something emotionally a little off. And this is that week where we have that aha moment, that understanding. And then we're able to really, I think, work with ourselves to rebalance that and come into a place where then we can start to bring that inner balance outward and connect that with our intimate connections. And so we're going to be seeing a lot of not only internal change, but change in how we interact with others and in our personal relationships. Now, Sagittarius, I'm going to take a look and I'm going to pull some cards for each of these two cards to dive a little deeper into how these are going to be affecting you specifically as a sign here. So we're going to first pull some cards for deep knowing. So we're going to see, what does Sagittarius need to know about this awareness or deep knowing within themselves? What are the two parts they're going to be looking at here? So we have the Ace of Swords, which is great because that is clarity. That's uncovering a new truth, possibly. Let's see what wants to come out in addition. And the Five of Pentacles, and which is interesting because the Five of Pentacles has come out for a few signs now. So a lot of us are really battling the poverty mindset, the mindset where we don't have enough. Now this could also be just gaining clarity as to where perhaps you have either continually within taken action, or there's a part of yourself that is imbalanced because you're constantly focused on what you don't have, a sense of lack, a sense of, I don't have enough. Maybe even a sense for some, because this could mean you don't have actual support. This could be a card where you feel kind of left out in the cold by others around you. And this might be that week where you really come into a place of awareness as to where that comes from. What is the root of why you feel like you don't have enough? Why you feel maybe like you're always just, one step away from from kind of bridging the Five of Pentacles to get to the Six of Pentacles, where there's a sense of balance and a return on your investment. This can also be too where you finally realize, wow, I mean, this can just be like where enough is never enough. Or it could be simply where you are realizing why you feel kind of like you don't have support in some aspect of your life. And it's this awareness of, oh my gosh. Now, what that might be, I'm not quite sure. But I think for many of you, if you maybe stop to look internally and see where there is that kind of fear point of, I don't have enough, we don't have enough, I don't have enough support. There may be this kind of aha awareness of it coming from your childhood. Maybe you didn't have enough growing up. This could come from maybe an experience as you went into the world of working that you weren't paid enough, or no matter how much you put in the bank, it never seemed to accumulate, or just the feeling of always wanting more in the physical, because this does speak, the Five of Pentacles, it does speak to our physical plane of existence. So this could be where you just feel that enough is never enough. And maybe looking again at realizing maybe you have enough at this point, and maybe you have not really been allowing yourself to accept or see that. So let's see how this is going to affect your relationships, this awareness around maybe where you've been focusing a little too much on what you don't have versus what you do. Interesting. So for the Two of Cups, we have the World, that's a kind of a hard and fast stop to a major life cycle that's happened for you. Sorry, my husband is walking by my window outside, so I thought we'd say hi. Let's see here. So it's a hard and fast stop to a major life cycle. It's also where you get a chance to really see what you've learned in that cycle. You get to actually apply those lessons into. Sorry, guys. My husband's being ridiculous. But you get to apply those lessons now into the next cycle. So there's a sense at this point when the World card comes up of almost a celebration of job well done. You get to sit in a moment of security and kind of being able to look back at the past. But it could also be a hard and fast stop to how you interact with others. There may be this realization that there is a way of connection that is no more, that you've learned your lesson around something that maybe either was not healthy, was not helpful, and you're not going to go back to that again. Now, for some of you, this could be very much around the ending of a relationship too, depending on that. Oh, but I do love it. But then here comes the Ace of Cups. So yeah, there's something here around a hard and fast end to a cycle, but with the Ace of Cups, it says the new cycle is starting fresh with reconnection to love. So for many of you, this actually might be you are ending a way of communicating or connecting with others that didn't fully bring your heart into the picture. And maybe where you were actually emotionally repressing your own needs out of really focusing too much on the physical, or where you were focusing too much on lack, causing yourself to kind of pull your emotions within, hide your heart, and just focus on kind of getting the job done. And there might be this reality kind of aha moment of, oh my gosh, I need to start bringing my heart into every experience. I need, in this next new cycle, instead of focusing on what I don't have in the physical or as far as even physical support, I'm going to start looking at where love is in my life. I'm going to start prioritizing my love and bring that into every connection. Now, at the bottom of the deck, you do have Justice. Justice is a card that really speaks to, on a higher level, bringing balance to your experience. That there is something here with the ending of a cycle and this awareness around a sense of lack, that in connecting in a new way with people that comes from the heart. Now, for some people, this could literally be that this new cycle is starting because of a new relationship in love, and you get the chance to kind of do it over again. And with Justice, it's saying that this is the time now of balancing out what did not work in the past. It can also speak to a contract. So for some of you, this could be looking at a contract, looking at a marriage contract, looking even at work contracts, and where maybe that wasn't honoring again what you loved, or there's no emotional connection. So keep that in mind as kind of contractual agreements come up in your experience this week. Now, I'm also going to take a look here at, I'm going to pull a card for more on the relationship love angle, just because that was so prominent in the general collective reading. So we have, oh, interesting. Okay, so quite a few cards came out. I'm not going to take them all because one specifically came out in that pile upright, and I think this is definitely the message here. It says, keep an open mind. It says, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I really like that. And for some of you where this is involving, let's say, a start of a new cycle around a new relationship coming into your life, this could be a surprising relationship. You know, it might be where maybe you were always going for a specific type of individual, and now the lesson learned is that you were going maybe towards that specific individual because of your own internal sense of lack, and you were looking for the security in others. And maybe now this is that revelation of, I can go for a different type of person because I don't need to seek whatever this level of lack was. I don't need to seek that in someone else. I can now balance it within myself. And then this is now your chance to have a healthier relationship where you get to just be vulnerable and open your heart up instead of being maybe too focused on what the other person brings to the table physically. This could also be for some of you where this is not about a new relationship. This could be about opening your eyes up to your current relationship even, and seeing it from a new perspective. That if you were told that this person is your soulmate, how would you change how you've acted up into this moment, and how would you change how you react with them, basically? Would you recommit? When we think about justice and the making and breaking of contracts, would you recommit at this time? Maybe re-sign the marriage contract, renew your vows, really think on that. And I think it might give you clarity. The theme of a decision and love coming up really came up strongly in the collective. And so maybe if there is this decision of, do I stay, do I go, do I commit, whether it's a new or old relationship, it's about really trusting your intuition on this one. And if there's this feeling of, this person is not my soulmate, maybe that's the intuitive message you need to think about. But for those of you who are looking at somebody in your life and going, they're not what I expected, they're not my usual type, they're not, this could also be in the work environment. You could have somebody approaching you and you're like, wow, you're so much older than me, or you're so much younger than me, and I never thought we would click. There's something along those lines. So yeah, keep an open mind when it comes to love. Your soulmate may differ than your usual type and expectation. So I'll leave it there, Sagittarius. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my site. Otherwise, I will be releasing July's full tarot scope readings for each sign starting at the end of this week, if you'd like to check those out. Otherwise, I will see you all next week for the next weekly Tarot Bite reading. Bye, Sagittarius.